Hi guys, I am Amy Kubiak, and today we're going to do an awesome Qigong routine. It'll only take about 10, maybe 12 minutes of your time today, and so I hope it warms you up. We're going to start today by grounding ourselves on the mat, getting everything moving a little bit before we head into this routine. Getting ready for this transformation of breath work with our movement. So with that, we're going to start to create that ball of energy, that chi energy in front of us. Almost like you're spinning a wheel in front of you. Now Qigong, as written, has been shared in translation by Mimi Kuo Deemer, an awesome Qigong master that I have followed myself on Instagram for quite a long time now. I've taken one of her classes, so beneficial, but she translates it to as a steaming bowl of rice. That's how she explains the picture. It is literally a steaming bowl of that life energy for them, that soul energy. And so it is a transformation of breath work in a movement. And this is what helps to bring you to that meditative space, that meditative practice that we need to separate ourselves from our daily routines, negative thoughts. Here we're just focusing on us and our breath work, so that we can take that and apply it to everyday life. Now here I'm going to alternate arms, so you'll see as one comes up, the other is going down. I also like to smile in Qigong. Don't take things too seriously. If you feel something giving you a hitch, acknowledge it and move on. This is what we do in yoga as well. So we're nice and steady, and then we're coming out with one of those arms, rotating our body a little. We're going into a small lunge with the knee. Nothing too strenuous. Really keep this movement slow and steady. I like to think of this one as I'm kind of reeling in a tidal wave with me. A tidal wave of that chi energy and letting it go, reeling it back in. You have control over that energy, right? You've created it. It's coming from you. It's coming all around you. You can create the space and the environment that you want to be in. Today we're creating one that is safe, cozy, steady, and a little bit on the productive side. Maybe your intention is to also be restorative. So we're coming up through the kidneys now and coming over the knee to part those waters or part that chi energy. Bringing it around with us and back down over the opposite knee. By now, maybe you can feel a good quad workout. Just enough to get our blood pumping and moving. And back up, we're resting here right before we push out into monkey strikes with an angry face. Bringing that breath work back in and releasing it as we strike. You can feel the energy or the spirit of that monkey kind of saying, I don't want to be messed with today. Come at me. I can expel that energy. That negative energy that I don't want. I'm going to reel back in all of the positive. Create that shield around you. Create that intention around you today. Okay. On this one, we're going to point our toes out just a little bit. It's called Archer with a focused face. So we're coming up through the body. Our arms are going overhead, and with little L's with that first finger and thumb, we're coming down, sinking into that drawn bow. You can imagine an archer just drawing their bow and putting in that focus to hit their target. Up through the body. And sinking back down. Now you want to keep a nice straight back in this posture, more than you want to squat. So make sure that back is nice and straight. We probably need to come out of over-contracting those hip flexors, right? All right, coming back into the middle. Taking our first grounded stance, we're going to pick some apples here. So we're going to reach up, find that apple on the tree, and pluck it off the branch, bringing it to our mouth, to our heart. Being grateful and placing it in the basket as our other hand goes up and finds another apple. And over again. Oh, we've found another. Maybe a little silly to be taking a bite of this apple and the next one. But they're your apples. You don't have to share these ones. All right. Take a break from that. Come out of the grounded stance if you need to. And then we're going to start our scoop. This one I always imagine as kind of a waning moon orbiting around me. So I'm constantly looking at my hand with this one. So we're coming up, looking at that palm as it rotates behind us. Grabbing behind and coming back in. Coming up again with the other arm. These are big ranges of motion, you can tell. And most of these you can do seated as well. You know, you just won't get the lunge or the quad workout, but you can definitely do these at the office a little bit if you need a break. Do it just to move around a bit. Stimulate your lymphatic system. Give yourself a nice immune boost here. Let that lymphatic system carry out all of that waste, those toxic cells, toxic buildup. All right, and we'll go into our last one. Teacup twist. We're going to pretend we have 2 teacups resting on our palms. Try to keep them nice and flat. It's okay. Nobody is perfect. You're pretending to put on a nice show for somebody in front of you. Look what I have. Look what I can do with these. Try not to spill your tea too much. We'll see if you have full cups by the end. Coming back up around the head, circling back down across the body and tucking it behind you. So we're coming up around the head, crossing down, and tucking back behind. Of course, I'm usually inhaling on the way up and exhaling on the way down. All right, you've made it through the routine. All that is left is some gratitude to give. Okay, so we're gonna lift up over our heads, bringing that down to our center. And we'll do one more here, bringing a fist into one of our palms and just being grateful for the session today. Thank you so much for joining. I hope this warmed you up. Skip over to my yoga routine if you'd like. We'll see you there.